Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. Now today I want to talk to you about taurine, but I don't want to just talk to you about the benefits and the facts of taurine. I want to talk to you about its use on cycle and its benefits for bodybuilders. So let's just cover it all. Now taurine is an aminosulfonic acid and it's found in your brain, heart, retina, and blood cell platelets. Now as humans we can actually acquire additional taurine from meat, fish, as well as how we know supplementation. In fact, more and more athletes are using taurine to their advantage for its ability to increase blood flow and assist heart health. And in this video, we're going to take a closer look at taurine itself and how you can benefit from its supplementation. Now, amino acids are all characterized as chemicals that are the required building blocks of protein, and there are two basic kinds of amino acids. We have those that can be produced by the body and those which cannot. Those amino acids that can be produced by the body are considered to be conditional, while those that can only be acquired through diet and supplementation, they are known as essential amino acids. For most people, taurine is going to fall into the conditional amino acid group, but we know that in some cases, certain individuals have a really tough time producing it, so they have to get it through diet and supplements. Now, an example of such situations are like non-breastfed babies, because cow milk doesn't contain enough taurine. The same thing happens with tube-fed adults. Let's talk about how it works. Now, researchers think that taurine works to prevent heart failure because of its ability to increase blood flow. Now, this evidence comes from studies proving that will improve the functionality of the heart's left ventricle. Additionally, it has also been shown to lower blood pressure and actually relax the sympathetic nervous system, which is really sensitive to stress. Now, one study showed that patients who had moderate heart failure and took taurine daily for 8 weeks had an improvement in heart function as well as overall symptoms. Now, what's more than that, those who had severe heart failure showed improvements from class 4 to class 2 after as little as 4 to 8 weeks of treatment, and they continued to improve for the entire year of using taurine supplements. Taurine isn't just good for your heart though, because it was shown that people who had hepatitis and took taurine for 3 months had noticeable improvements in their liver function. Now I want to shift my focus to the use for bodybuilders as well as on cycle. Now, taurine is one of the most important amino acids a bodybuilder can use for many different reasons. Let's start with the liver. Now, we all know that many oral anabolic steroids are C17 alpha alkylated, so they're really toxic to the liver. Taurine helps the liver while you're using toxic steroids, and it will actually minimize oral steroid damage. Now, let's look at your heart as well. Most steroids, especially the androgenic ones, are extremely hard on the lipids. So, as a consequence of that, the majority of bodybuilders will notice a steep increase in bad cholesterol levels, blood pressure, and heart rate while using steroids. Luckily, taurine will actually help protect the heart, especially used in conjunction with other sports or support supplements. Now, also your workouts. Many anabolic steroids as well as fat burner ancillary drugs will cause really painful, crippling pumps that I know that you're aware of if you've used them while you're working out. As a result of this, bodybuilders generally often really complain about back and leg pumps while attempting to do cardio training. I know this firsthand. It's one of the main reasons I hate Anavar. It's a lot of reasons why people have trouble with D-ball because of the terrible pumps in your legs and shins and in your back area. Now, the only way to reduce these pumps would be to stop taking steroids and drugs that are causing them. But taurine's ability to increase blood flow during a workout really helps to solve this problem, or at least mitigate it. So taurine supplementation will actually help ease those pumps and will leave your workouts, far more uninterrupted. Let's look at Clen and D-ball. Now, for those that use clenbuterol, you're going to get cramps that can, be really prevented or managed with taurine. At the same time, D-ball users can prevent or cure back pumps with taurine. So as you can see, it's really versatile in bodybuilding. I've had to do it with D-ball before. I know how crippling the back pain is. I had to do it with Anavar. Those are really the only two that have ever really nailed me personally on pumps. I never get them with Winstrol, never had them with Anadrol, never had them with T-ball. But Anavar and D-ball, they're culprits for me. And I've ran Anavar many times, and it's been terrible every time. Taurine helped me more when I ran D-ball than with Anavar, but it did help. It definitely helped, trust me, because I was running, at the point in time when I was using Anavar, and I don't run like this anymore, I was doing 5 to 10 miles a day, and I was in agony pretty much the entire time, but I just made myself do it. And taurine definitely started to help with that after I, started implementing it. Now, let's talk about side effects. Too much taurine will be excreted by your kidneys, so it's very safe to use and extremely hard to overdose. And taurine is a naturally occurring amino acid in the body, so it's found in foods we eat, so it's really a relatively safe compound to use. Now, those suffering from heart failure are going to use several grams per day, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams. Obviously, it's not necessary for an athlete to be using that. When you're using it solo, you want to use about 500 milligrams per day, but when you use it as part of a supplement stack, you can half that dose. And what do I mean by supplement stack? And where do you find taurine? My new all-in-one Organ ST, the ultimate organ defense system, has the supplement stack that I'm talking about. So many ingredients that will absolutely protect you on cycle, in post cycle, and while you're off cycle. This is the biggest and best and most complete organ support formula you can find, and there is plenty of taurine in it. Organ ST, www.dganutrition.com. That being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli signing off.